Just want to talk about the 0-2 record the Chargers are currently in right now. Kind of what history tells us about 0-2 records and be able to get to the playoffs and even to the Super Bowl. So let's get into it, guys. Bolt Bros, let's go.
I'm Deion Henley. You watching the Bolt Bros podcast? Let's do it!
All right, 0-2. Not a fun way to start the season by any means, but I'm going to say one thing. We're only a couple plays away from being a 2-0 team, guys. Like, I understand it's kind of a critical thing to be down 0-2 to start the season and 2 winnable base games. But guys, it's a long season ahead of us. So let's just talk a little bit about what 0-2 means for us for playoff chances. And I wanted to kind of emphasize, Eric Smith kind of talked about, for the mailbag this week for the Chargers, Josh over here, Josh Covet basically kind of tweeted over to Eric Smith a question kind of a little bit about the panicking fan base that's going on right now. And I totally get it, guys. 100% get it. But I thought he did a great job of encapsulating recent Chargers history about kind of starting 0-2 and even kind of a 2-3 type record type thing. So he reminded us, and we all have short memories on this, guys, that we were 2-3 in 2007 through 2009 and 2013. We won divisions at that time. We went 12-3. There was even I think a 13-3, or excuse me, 12-4, 13-3 base type seasons. There was a 8-8 division winning record at that time. In 2018, 2-2, we went 12-4. 2022, obviously with Brandon Staley, we ended up finding a way to be able to get to the playoffs still too. So guys, like, understand, and even to say, not to mention the 0-4 team in 92, which is a very rare circumstance to be able to get that and get to the playoffs with an 0-4 record. But guys, basically what I'm saying here is that Chargers history does show that we have the ability to be able to come back from an 0-2 type record and find a way to the playoffs. This is a wild season so far. If you paid attention to the entire league, there's a lot of very good teams with 0-2 records, a lot of very good teams that are 1-1 based records. So it takes time to really materialize what this whole story of this NFL season will be. And give it time, guys. Like, we'll see this weekend versus the Vikings, see how we show up. We're only a couple plays away here, guys. So I'm pretty confident in this team regardless. Even if we lose this weekend, there's still opportunities and ways to be able to find a way to the playoffs. We have currently 3 seasons where we started 2-3 and found a way to basically have a very winning record and even a division winning, year for us for the AFC West during that time. So guys, don't panic too much right now. I think we're going to be fine. I think that we have a lot of really good things going on right now with this team. I'm going to just give you another little point, hopefully to console you a little bit on this. So since the NFL AFL merger in 1970, there's been a total of 407 teams that have started 0-2 mark. Of those 407 teams, 39 made it to the playoffs. It's not a huge percentage. It's basically at 9.58%. But more recently, the 2022 Bengals started 0-2 and they got to the playoffs, right? So of those 39 teams that started 0-2, still made the playoffs, only 4 of them made the Super Bowl, but 3 of them won the Super Bowl that year, which was the 93 Cowboys, the 0-1 Patriots, which started their dynasty, and then the 0-7 Giants, which I remember me and Andrew were in New York watching a game in New York at the stadium for the Chargers. I think Giants were 1-4 at that time, where the Chargers ended up having an awesome come from behind win with like 7 seconds left in that game. It was a phenomenal time all around. So what I'm emphasizing to you guys is that history does tell us a lot about what 0-2 means. There's a lot of teams that still found their way to the playoffs. Chargers as a team from 2-3 teams basically found ways to be able to win division crowns. It's a long season, guys, and there's a lot to be able to look forward to this season. If you're in fantasy football right now, Injuries are going crazy on running backs. Anybody could get injured each week. That changes their entire season. Give it time, guys. Let it develop. Let the season tell its story. It's very, very much an open season. A lot of games ahead of us. We're not far off from basically finding a way to be able to be a winning team. So first off, we just got to handle our business against the Vikings, get the momentum going. And I think that we have a good chance to be able to get on track very quickly. So once again, guys, I really appreciate the support, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. We'd love to be able to hear your guys' comments too. We always go in there and respond to your comments, good or bad. We love hearing from you guys. So once again, this is James from Bolt Bros. Let's go.